Part 4A, Chapter 4, Fornication and Adultery. An exactness is illicit coition, so, well, any extramarital sex act, really. Al-zina. Wala taqrabu zina innahu kana fahishatan wa sa'a sabila. Surah 17, ayat 32. Draw not near to fornication, it is an infamy, and evil is the way thereof. And nowadays people play games or whatever, but you don't even start down those lines. It's like, okay, we can do this. And it's like, even the Bible tells those people that the stuff along the way is a sin, because they're not supposed to have inappropriate talk, they're not supposed to have physical contact, all that stuff. So it's not anything new. Azaniyatu azani fajlidu kulla wahidin minhumma me'ata jaldatin wala taqudkum bihima zafatun fi dinillahi in kuntum tu'minuna billahi wal yawmil akhir wal yashhadna dha'bahum ta'ifatun minal mu'minin azani la yankihu illa zaniyatan aw mushrikatan وَزَانِيَاتٌ لَا يَنكِحُهَا إِلَّا زَانٍ أَوْ مُشْرِكٌ وَحُرِّمَ ذَلِكَ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَاللَّاتِي يَأْتِينَ الْفَاحِشَةَ مِن نِّسَائِكُمْ فاستشهدوا عليهن أربعة منكم فإن شهدوا فامسكوهن في بيوت حتى يتوفاهن الموت أو يجعل الله لهن سبيلا وَالَّذِينَ يَأْتِيَانِهَا مِنكُمْ. Surah 24, ayat 2 and 3. Scourge the whore and the whoremonger with 100 strokes. Well, the one who's had sex outside of marriage and the other person who has had sex with outside of marriage, it's, you must not give way to pity in God's religion. If you believe in God and the last day, because your feelings and emotions could come secondary to believing and doing the right thing. Let a party of the believers witness their punishment. The fornicator, well, the person who shall marry none but a fornicatress, or an infidel. Koran doesn't use the word infidel, it's more like misbeliever. And fornicatress, none but a fornicator, or an infidel. Again, it's more like a disbeliever than infidel. This is prohibited to the believers. So instead of infidel, it's those who make false associations with God. Okay, that makes more sense. That has more of a lesson to it. But if they're having unchaste behavior, that's a type of unfaithfulness, right? Surah 4, ayat 15 and 16. If your wives commit adultery, let the fact be attested by 4 witnesses. If they bear witness, keep the women secluded in your houses until the time of their death, unless God grant them another solution. So it seems they're not going to do that one way or another, or they find themselves a spouse or something. Deal Favuma Vahindaba Waslaha Farinduan Duma Innala Kana Tawaban Rahim. Waladina Yarmuna Muhsanate Thummalam Yatu Bearbate Shuhada Fanjledurum Pamaniyana Jaldaran Walatak Balulam Shahadatan Abadan Waulaika humul fasiqun Illadina tabu min ba'de dhalika waslahu fa'innallaha ghafurun rahim. Waladina yarmuna azwajahum walayyakunahum shuhada'u illa anfusuhum fashahadatu ahadihim arba shahadatin wallahi innahu lamina sadiqin. Severely with the couple who committed adultery, extramarital sex, if they repent or amend, stand away from them, for God is forgiving and compassionate. Surah 24, 8, 4-10. Those who accuse chaste women, and by analogy, men too, without bringing 4 witnesses, scourge them with 80 strokes. Do not accept their testimony ever, for they are wicked, except such as repent after that in atonement for the wrong they have done. God is clement and merciful. Those who accuse their wives and have no witnesses except themselves, shall each of them, as far as he is concerned, call God to witness and testify 4 times that they are Walqamisatu annanatullahi alayhi in kana minnal kadhibin wa yadra'u annal anta shara arba shahadatin billahi innahu minnal kadhibin. Wan qamisatu qadeballahu alayha in kana minna sadiqin walaula fadlullahi alaykum wa rahmatuhu wa anallaha tawwabur halim. Sincere, and a 5th time call down God's curses upon their heads if they have lied. The wife will avert the punishment if she calls God to witness and testifies 4 times that her husband is a liar, and the 5th time call down the wrath of God upon her if her husband has spoken the truth. What would happen without the grace and mercy of God? God is relenting and wise. Well, there'd be a lot more killings now, wouldn't there? And one of the things that we have with that is that there's a narration or so that indicates that when the husband and wife testify against each other, and not they witness to the crime of another, but they testify that the other is lying in court, this can be treated as a form of divorce. Of course, divorce is actually explicitly mentioned, but it's like you should